Hello and welcome to Reisemobil Hartmann in Lünen, Germany. This vehicle is a Florium Wincester or Winchester, and why am I starting off this end rather than go down to the very front as I normally start off from? Well, there's a very good reason for that. There's a fence down here and I couldn't get in any other way. But seeing as we're at the front here, we can see it's an integrated model. It is, I think, fair to say, close to the top of the range for this company. Now, if you get this from here, you're looking at 82,760, and it's 746 centimeters long by 230 by 285. You can put it on a 3.5 ton basis. Empty weight's 3,123. Let's have a walk inside and have a look. Now, as far as this van is concerned, what I did earlier is I put the bed down. That's for those who say I never put the bed down when I'm in the van. So let's have a look at the bed. This is what I term the German layout, joinable single beds. And so if you want to have singles, you've got steps up here. Top step has a recess down there, and to make it into one double, one double from two singles. This cushion goes in there like that, and you could sleep even widthwise if you want, which is what I did when I was using one of these. Often with this layout you've got a ladder that gets you in there, but some better appointed vans have steps, and the steps also have some storage in them, so if you like that the space isn't entirely wasted. Now, also frequently with this layout, this door is difficult to actually use, although in this case it isn't. But should you not fancy getting your stuff out like that, if you want a bird's eye view of what you've got in your wardrobe, there it is. Oh, we've got a tiny bit of storage there on the right as well, which is actually duplicated under here. So you've got a bigger but not very deep amount of storage, as well as a drawer here. So, what do you think of that bed layout? Because I think that's not too bad, actually. It's sort of... I'm not a fan of the German layout. I'd rather have a widthwise bed. That's me, and I'm in a minority. Here, looking at no storage at the back, although there is a ledge here with lights. And it's not currently, I didn't turn the 12 volt on when I came in. And here, got storage at both sides. One feature, yeah, I've got 12 volt there and 230 there, shore power. Obviously, to get USB in there, you're going to have to have a plug, which costs from around €1. So I got mine at the pound shop, so I paid £1 more than €1. Shower here. Now this van was at the trade fair, and unfortunately they had to take things out, such as the shower bit and the plug for down there, which is a pity that these things should be necessary. Although I've got to say it, from my initial understanding at Caravan Salon 2020, there was a lot less things going missing than normally go missing. And should you want to close this off for whatever reason? Well, no, there's good reason, I suppose, because there are people up front, if I got the bed up front, could be in use. And that gives you an idea. Oh, somebody said they want to have videos where people sit on the bed and test the bed out. I don't mind doing it when the beds are covered, but don't really want to sort of have my sit on the mattress too much. Of course I have got clean clothes on, but all the same. Right, so that gives you an idea there. Now I'm going to lock this because the next person that comes along mightn't realise that and drives it out, mightn't think of checking that one, which so it doesn't sort of slide about. Or another thing is these things here, you can occasionally hear them rattling, but then I was using a bit more force. So does it rattle in motion? In this case, I don't actually know, but you really have to close the thing. Right, look up front. Right, 3 burners, and once more, that was the parts taken out because of the trade fair. Perfectly understandable in the circumstances. And here, a sink with a domestic drain hole. We've got an extractor over the cooking part, and here we've got slide out pantry. And one curious thing that they put in their more expensive vans is this. Don't really see much application for that, but I'm sure there is some application for it. Right, this is a rather elegantly shaped drawers. It matches the outer colour of the vehicle. I didn't ask you what you thought of the outer colour of the vehicle. I should have done so, because it mightn't be to everybody's taste, but others might think, oh, it's far better than white. So 10 kilo maximum. That's how on the bottom is. That's also 10 kilos. Very big bin here. Now, I don't have such a good idea of the lounge because I put the bed down, but let's see how big the table is. There you go. Doesn't quite look the same though with the bed down, but it does show that you can continue drinking whilst people are in bed, and you can't do that in a semi-integrated van where the bed comes down, usually electrically. Right, so big bed up here. What are these buckles doing? Well, this one here is to hold the bed up, and this one and the other one is there's a net. And the net is designed to stop you falling out. And there's the ladder to get up into the bed. But quite honest, I don't really think the ladder is necessary, because I'd just put my foot on that. You don't want to though be putting any weight on this thing, because that will break, and certainly not on this thing either. That will also go. So I have to point that one out up front, so there's no problems later. Above the bed, should you want, you can open this window, and you've got a ledge up there for sticking your stuff that you might have in bed, and lights at both sides. And I'll just turn this thing here on. There we go. Off. Right, I'm going to try and do this, close it now with one hand. I don't think I should really be doing this with one hand, but oh, I put the curtains back. Should the curtains come? What do you think? Do I leave the curtains out, says the curtain, or do I put the curtain in? I'll put the curtain in. Just don't want them getting sort of unironed. And this goes up like that. And I should really put this in like that. And well, it goes up there. I'll have to do that later. Too difficult for me to do with one hand. And now I can't do this either with one hand. This here, you pull this thing here, comes out, and then the chair will go back. But I'm going to have to do that for you, unfortunately, when the camera's not in use. So that's what it looks like with the table out and in its day position. Another little feature is, put this up, put it back, on the floor you've got heating, so that will keep you warm. It's a good place to put it really when I think about it. Didn't show you the fridge, but I've shown this many times in the past. Door comes with a window, which can also be blacked out like that. And also another feature is this. I'll show it from the other side. It's like hidden in the door. Insect screen. I'm really keen on insect screens because insects get in no matter what. You've got your gas there. So that external access storage, you can see all the way through to the end, and I think that could be useful if you go skiing or something like that. Could be handy putting skis in, or anything which is sort of longish. Maybe you've got a pet snake or something. Garage. Pretty enormous really, the garage. It's also heated, most of them are. I'll show you another expensive one whilst I'm here. This one here is a slightly different model, 74LJT, but this is what's called Discover. It's a similar price. There you go. Similar 746 by 230, 285 high, and it can be put in a 4.5 ton basis. This is 3,188. And what this one's got, okay, similar up front, but the table isn't so big. It's got single beds here and a rear washroom, wet room. it's in a dressing room really, because we've got this here. We've got a bit of storage there, but one thing it's also got actually is for this layout, it's got a relatively large garage. For this type of layout, please note my words, the garage is nowhere near as big as in the other van we've just seen, but it is bigger than you'd normally get with this rear washroom type layout. As far as I'm concerned, I'd prefer the Winchester. If they said to me you can have whichever one you want, I'd take the Winchester, because I like the bed and like the storage possibilities better, and I don't want two singles. But just me, and many people do want two singles. And another thing I'd point out is that the bed, obviously it's over there, so we've got the same bed up there. So that gives you a little bit of a look at this vehicle, and I hope you found that of interest, and that if you haven't already done so, you'll subscribe.